Did you know the earliest drought recorded and observed in the United States was in 1621? The most well-known American drought was the Dust Bowl on the Great Plains from 1931 to 1936. A drought in northern China in 1876 dried up crops in an extensive regions. Millions of people died from lack of food. In Malaysia, severe drought in 1998 affected 1.8 million residents in southern Kuala Lumpur City, Bangi and Kajang. The drought also made its marks in other areas such as Penang, Kedah, Kelantan, Sarawak and Sabah. Move on to the next part. A drought is a period of time when an area or region experiences below normal precipitation. The lack of adequate precipitation, either rain or snow, can cause reduced soil moisture or groundwater, crop damage, and a general water shortage. Droughts are the second most costly weather events after hurricanes. The initial effects of a drought may be difficult to identify right away, so it may take weeks or months to determine that a drought has started. The end of a drought is hard to identify for the same reason. A drought may last for weeks, months, or even years. Drought situation in Malaysia often force the authorities to ration the water supply to residential and business areas for several months, resulting in disruption of daily activities. The frequency of drought occurrence has increased in recent years. This may imply clues of possible changes in global rainfall pattern. Drought is a climatic event that cannot be prevented, but intervention and preparedness to drought can help to be better prepared to cope with drought, develop more resilient ecosystems, and mitigate the impacts of droughts. In Malaysia, active underground wells or tube wells in the country possess sufficient reserve to face any disaster during the dry season following the transition of the southwest monsoon, said the National Disaster Management Agency (NADMA) in their statement. According to NADMA, through the coordination meeting for hot and dry weather held, Mineral and Geoscience Department (JMG) was instructed to map out or match the location of tube wells with hotspot areas to ensure disaster management can be implemented more effectively. Apart from that, drought monitoring will be done by the Department of Irrigation and Drainage (DID) on a weekly and monthly basis through the National Water Balance Management System Operations Center. In my point of view, Malaysia have adopted precautionary principles to mitigate and adapt to climate change, even though there are still scientific uncertainties. It's quite impressive because Malaysia has made significant progress in setting up legal framework for the implementation of climate change mitigation and voluntary environmental disclosure. At the national level, Malaysia has formed a National Climate Committee to formulate and implement strategies on climate change. Apart from the national policies implemented, specific adaptation measures are necessary to manage sectoral impacts due to climate change. Last but not least, what I can say, improving education, training, and public awareness on climate change is an important measure for pursuing the whole of society to jointly participate in activities for the mitigation of an adaptation to climate change.